So I'm sure that he ain't gonna change. He's gonna be who he is, and again, he don't bother me. I don't think 2 seconds about none of that because he's not on my level. You know what I mean? It's like he's not talking about business. You know what I mean? It's just giving his opinion, trying to promote his son. I don't agree with. Floyd told me many years, probably 25 years ago, that what kind of person he was. But initially, I'm just being honest, I didn't believe him. I had to see it for myself. Yeah. And my description of him, he's a horrible person.
Ellerbe recently shared some revealing insights about Floyd Mayweather that have added more complications to the boxer's financial situation. The former CEO of Mayweather Promotions reportedly confirmed that Mayweather is dealing with significant debts and bankruptcy issues, showing that the financial troubles which kept him tied up in Dubai last year have resurfaced.
You're living the American dream, man. You got 55 cars, 40 girlfriends.
Well, actually,
you're a billionaire now, right? Come on, let's salute this billionaire on stage.
But how many years ago you was broke? When I say broke, you ain't have a lot of money, you was just barely making it.
Ellerbe revealed Mayweather's situation in a way that had fans wondering if he was settling scores after being removed from his CEO position at Mayweather Promotions. Last year, reports from Gervais indicated Mayweather was held in Dubai, which was true, but he was released under the condition that he would settle his debts within a year. Since that didn't happen, he would reportedly need to return to Dubai to review and address the matter. In a recent interview, when questioned about Mayweather's current financial status, Ellerbe initially sidestepped the topic. Still, the interviewer suggested that his eventual response could help clarify the situation.
Floyd had posted that you was no longer a part of Mayweather Promotions. You care to say anything about that?
There's nothing to say other than I appreciate the opportunity to do something amazing. We had an incredible run, and I'm forever grateful and thankful. Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yeah. That's
blessed.
I love to hear that shit.
Yeah.
According to Ellerbe, Mayweather was unable to settle his debts and had to travel to Dubai to address the obligations. This period coincided with a string of controversies, including claims about a $42 million New York mansion, outstanding debts to various jewelry stores, and alleged tax issues. Ellerbe noted that while it might seem like Mayweather escaped, the reality is far more complicated. In Dubai, he's reportedly facing even greater financial pressures, with debts running into the hundreds of millions. Once he resolves those matters there, he is expected to return and deal with legal issues elsewhere.
Which he's done a good job thus far, but then sometimes there's a line that you cross with some of the things and you turn some people off. And
surprisingly, Ellerbe stated that he left Mayweather Promotions due to what he described as Floyd Mayweather's mishandling of the company and involvement in financial misconduct. "I had to step away," Ellerbe said. "It was a difficult decision, but I couldn't stay. Floyd has made numerous poor choices, and I've been affected by many of them. This has gone on far too long."
Number of years, and I'm like, what is it about him that sort of reviews?
He's always been jealous of Floyd. He's always been jealous of Floyd, and if that ain't obvious, I don't know what it is.
Fans quickly reacted to Ellerbe's statements in the comments. Many pointed out Mayweather's extravagant spending, noting that it's common for athletes to struggle financially after retirement due to lavish lifestyles and poor investments. Some also suggested he may exaggerate his net worth, as his public image is closely tied to wealth. Others weighed in on his time in Dubai. One fan wrote that it's unlikely he was completely trapped. Normally, only a primary passport might be restricted, and employees in the UAE sometimes have their passports held by employers. The fan speculated that Mayweather may have been involved in a dispute with a high-ranking figure, which could have complicated matters further.
I ran all the way in here.
Why?
Because I couldn't even buy a bus ticket.
That's crazy.
But you still had 55 cars.
No, I don't.
What happened?
Well, I bought myself some crack.
Dang.
And then more crack.
And speculated about the reasons behind Mayweather's stay in Dubai. One suggested multiple factors could be at play, including allegations of money laundering and an incident at a casino where he reportedly exceeded his credit limit and attempted to leave without settling his debts, leading to authorities preventing his departure until the matter was resolved. Other commenters criticized him for living a flashy lifestyle on social media despite these financial troubles. Some jokingly dubbed him Floyd No Money Mayweather, noting that while he continues to show off online, he reportedly owes substantial amounts and is facing serious consequences in Dubai.
Disrespect, thing that's just something I don't get into. Floyd's a legend in this sport. He's accomplished everything in the sport, beat everybody's TBE.
The former CEO of Mayweather Promotions also stated that Floyd Mayweather may have overestimated the earnings from his most recent fight. According to Ellerbe, the exhibition bout was reportedly the only thing that temporarily helped him avoid further financial trouble.
No, none of these guys are like Floyd. Floyd was...
However, Ellerbe pointed out that Mayweather could only have made around $20 to $25 million from the fight, which falls far short of what he reportedly owed in Dubai. This is said to be a driving factor behind his push for an exhibition match with Jake Paul. If he fails to repay his debts after such a delay, the consequences could become even more serious. Ellerbe's statements highlight the contrast between Mayweather's ongoing extravagant lifestyle and the financial pressures he is allegedly facing.
I love bringing people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Many fans have criticized Leonard Ellerbe for sharing confidential details about Floyd Mayweather since leaving Mayweather Promotions. However, Ellerbe's side of the story suggests that Mayweather was the first to act improperly. After remaining silent initially about Mayweather's debts and other controversies, Ellerbe eventually spoke out. Since his departure from the company, he has reportedly provided federal authorities with information regarding Mayweather's assets and whereabouts.
Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on.
Rick Glazer reportedly confirmed the story. Mayweather's public appearances led some to believe the allegations were either false or that he had managed to resolve the situation in May. However, Leonard Ellerbe has stated that Mayweather was indeed effectively held in Dubai, with his release contingent on all his bank accounts being frozen until his debts were paid. Ellerbe's insight comes from his time as CEO of Mayweather Promotions, which gave him access to information even before Gervonta Davis. According to Ellerbe, Mayweather has returned to the U.S., but he still faces unresolved financial obligations in Dubai.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
While Leonard Ellerbe didn't go into extensive detail about Mayweather's detainment, several leaks in recent weeks have hinted at the situation. Ellerbe reportedly revealed that Mayweather received a large sum of money at a casino, but quickly lost it gambling. Since Dubai has no legal public casinos, this likely occurred at a private venue. Consequently, authorities are said to have surrounded his private jet, and with his accounts blocked, his funds were inaccessible at the airport.
Curiosity, bro, you said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying, again,
Mayweather's situation in Dubai reportedly allowed him to move freely within the country and maintain his usual lifestyle, but he was not permitted to leave. Authorities are said to have stationed security around his private jet to prevent any attempt to depart. It's widely believed that Mayweather owes a substantial sum, potentially in the hundreds of millions, with monthly repayments reportedly exceeding $20 million. Despite this, he has continued to live extravagantly, which may have worsened his financial situation. Dubai is known for strict enforcement when residents owe large debts, and reports suggest this may have applied to Mayweather. The media largely remained silent on the story, and there was no comment from government officials, even as rumors circulated about his financial troubles. Notably, his former protege and former CEO, Leonard Ellerbe, has been revealing details about Mayweather's financial decisions, including alleged scams in Mexico. Ellerbe's insights align with claims from Gervonta Davis, who suggested that Mayweather was effectively being held until his debts were addressed. Until recently, Ellerbe had generally avoided public commentary on Mayweather, making these revelations particularly noteworthy.
Big news came down yesterday. Leonard Ellerbe no longer in at Mayweather Promotions. Seems like that's happened a couple times over the course of the years back. Because I remember years ago I was thinking Richard Schaefer was going to take over, but now apparently that is happening. Thoughts on Leonard Ellerbe making his way out?
I think Leonard is still in a good position, and I don't think that it was any animosity between Floyd.
Since leaving Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe has moved into a new arena. His first venture into the growing world of women's college basketball reportedly paid off quickly. Ellerbe attended a press conference in State College, Pennsylvania, to announce the transfer of one of his athletes to Big Ten rival Penn State. In this new role, Ellerbe serves as an advisor on nil deals for McMillan and his athletes. Prior to this, Ellerbe spent 17 years as the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, overseeing the promotion of all Mayweather's pay-per-view events, including the highly publicized 2015 unanimous decision victory over Manny Pacquiao at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. His departure last June marked the end of a long professional relationship with Mayweather.
I just think that it was just time for him to move on.
Of course, Leonard is very wrapped up in PBC type stuff here with this promotion and everything that they do. Do you think that played any part in him leaving Mayweather Promotions?
I guess it could have played a part. I mean, if you're in between promotions, you're working with one and you're not working with the other.
Mayweather vs. Pacquiao fight reportedly generated over $600 million in total revenue and around 4.4 million pay-per-view buys, setting a U.S. record at the time. Leonard Ellerbe, the former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, found himself involved in controversies that ultimately led to his departure. Mayweather officially announced Ellerbe's exit on Instagram, with his position later filled by Richard Schaefer, the former CEO of Golden Boy Promotions. Fans have been vocal about the change. One commented that it was long overdue, noting that Ellerbe had been defended for years simply because of his association with Mayweather, despite criticism over his management decisions.
I mean, yeah, so, but I don't think there was no, like I said, I don't think there was no animosity or anything, because even Floyd always spoke as, you know, he would always say that, you know, when Al Heyman has fights, you know, because he can always get his fighters on Al Heyman shows.
I mean, do you think it was a little difficult for Leonard to be in a tough spot, because obviously very close to Tank here, and then
some fans took a different angle, commenting on Ellerbe personally. One remarked on his unusual facial hair, saying it always seemed odd and unnatural to them, which influenced their impression of him. Another noted Ellerbe's long tenure at Mayweather Promotions, recalling how he rose from head massage to CEO and took his early roles very seriously. There were also opinions about his replacement. One fan argued that the company wouldn't continue successfully without Ellerbe's guidance, suggesting his departure left a noticeable gap at Mayweather Promotions.
We know Floyd and Tank had their ups and downs, so mostly downs recently.
Yeah,
so do you think that was?
Yeah, that makes it tough. That makes it tough. That makes it where, you know, he basically, because a lot of times friends want you to pick sides. But, I mean, Leonard's smart enough not to pick sides.
Fans were critical of Richard Schaefer, Ellerbe's successor at Mayweather Promotions. They argued that over the past several years, Schaefer had struggled with major setbacks, including failing to secure TV coverage for the WBSS tournament and managing two promotional companies that underperformed. Several fighters under his management reportedly saw their careers stall, leading fans to view his tenure as a series of missteps. While rumors about leadership changes circulated, Ellerbe's departure still surprised many. He had been a trusted confidant of Mayweather since the early days of his career, and some believe the recent decline of Mayweather Promotions reflects the impact of his exit.
Not to pick sides, I mean, he just kept it business.
It seems like Mayweather Promotions has kind of, over the last few years, not had the place of prominence that it had previously. Do you think that was part of it too, or it seemed like it's kind of more of an afterthought at this point?
Well, I mean, I just think that
Amid all this, Floyd Mayweather's uncle, Jeff Mayweather, commented on how Leonard Ellerbe managed the tense relationship between Mayweather and Gervonta Davis. While Mayweather had occasionally criticized Davis after he left the promotions company, tensions escalated to the point where Davis reportedly spread rumors about Mayweather being stuck in Dubai, and the two openly clashed on social media. Jeff acknowledged that navigating this situation was extremely challenging for Ellerbe. He explained that friends often want you to take sides, but Ellerbe reportedly handled it wisely, choosing to remain neutral and focus on the business side of things.
I mean, it got to a point where, I started hearing a lot of young fighters saying that, they're not getting fights, and who's the...
Jeff Mayweather suggested that Ellerbe's position between different promotions may have contributed to his split with Floyd, noting that while Ellerbe worked with multiple parties, there was no real animosity involved. He explained that Floyd often relied on Al Heyman to secure fights for his fighters, and Ellerbe's connections played a role in that dynamic. Despite the split, Jeff emphasized that there's no bad blood between Floyd and Ellerbe, and they remain on friendly terms. Looking ahead, many are curious to see how Mayweather Promotions will perform under the leadership of Richard Schaefer in the boxing industry.
I have no idea. But, so basically, if you're not getting work, you gotta do something.
Floyd initially announced his decision on social media, but after some confusion among fans and boxing insiders, the undefeated 50-0 legend chose to go live to clarify. He had previously shared an old photo of himself with Richard Schaefer on Instagram, accompanied by a message explaining the departure of Leonard Ellerbe. The post expressed gratitude for Ellerbe's contributions, stating that he had been a key part of the team, playing a major role in the success of Mayweather Promotions through his leadership and dedication over the years.
So what do you think about, Richard Schaefer obviously tightening the sport for many, many years? Do you think that was a good move for Floyd?
I think
Jeff Mayweather also commented on an internal issue that may have contributed to the split between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Leonard Ellerbe. He noted that several younger fighters at Mayweather Promotions had been expressing frustration about not getting enough fights, suggesting that Ellerbe's focus on PBC projects may have led to neglect of his core responsibilities. I've been hearing from a lot of young fighters that they are not getting opportunities, Jeff said, visibly concerned. For fans wanting the latest news, updates, and highlights from the world of boxing, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our content. Until next time, peace.